Previously on Camp Bennett.
We have to. It's a must that we do get back on track, coastal winning style.
This is where they lifted weights. Right here. 3 championships come out of this room. Get you some of that.
How you about the running test?
This shouldn't be too bad. I retract my statement, my earlier comment about it not being that hard.
Man, I guess it's true, man. We all brothers.
David Mayfield Bennett grew up in the upstate of South Carolina. He moved to Sherrall, where he guided the Braves to the 1979 3A state championship. From there, Bennett was the quarterback of the Presbyterian Blue Hose and got into the coaching game under Danny Ford at Clemson. He's been at Coastal Carolina since the very beginning. It didn't take long for Bennett to make himself one of the most visible members of the Myrtle Beach community, and locals quickly became attached to a man who has the knack for sharing his unique passion for football in a variety of ways.
It's the old story about 5 frogs sitting on a log. You got 5 frogs on a log. 4 of them decided to jump off. How many of them are still on the log? You'd say 1. There's still 5 on the log, because they decided to do it, but they ain't jumped off the log yet. We can talk about winning a conference championship all we want. Last year, it was the passing game. And now you coming back with a running game. You need to make up your mind which one you want to see. All we want to see is a W. Boy, you know how to throw gas on the fire, don't you? I don't care how much we throw the ball. I don't care how much we run the ball. We're out there to win the ball game. You want to sit there and look at them stats? Look on, brother. Look on. Next question. Who's on them blogs? Who's spending time on those blogs? I got something else I can have you do. Something that's productive. Doing some work rather than on a blog. People talk to me about on the blog, on the blog. Who's on the blog? Who's on the blog? Put your real name on the blog. You know? Put your real name on the blog. I ain't got time for all that. We got work to be done.
Underneath the Southern charm is a burning desire to be much more than a winning program.
None of these guys right here are pro football players right now. We want them to be good people, good community members, good husbands, good fathers. You know, we want them to be all those things when they're done with us. And we only have them for 4 years, 5 at the most, so we've got to work fast. And you also want to win football games and win championships along the way. It makes it a whole lot more fun.
For the first time at Coastal, Bennett made changes to his staff, bringing in 3 new assistants, along with strength and conditioning coach Brian Gabriel.
I feel comfortable out there coaching and giving it my all, because I know the other coaches are, giving it their all too, and hopefully we can win a lot of football games out of it.
Fly over the top, Cheatwood. Over the top, over the top, over the top. Good. Hey, you got to run through, stay square. If that play side backer plugs, you got to block him.
Everything's coming together at this point with new facilities and just I think the staff has really gelled real well, and just you got a feeling in this camp that something special is about to happen.
And listen, during this period, guys, these orange hats, Markel, once again, I pointed you out, a 5th-year senior working the prep squad, Devo squad, scout team, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. It's a guy that's wanting this football team to be better. Thank you.
I've known them for a long time. I've studied them. They've studied me. We know a lot of the same people. So it was more of a reunion and not an introduction.
Zach McDowell enters his senior season at Coastal Carolina with subpar numbers in 2009 and the arrival of South Carolina Gamecock transfer Aramis Hillary. It would be easy to think that there's a battle going on in training camp for the starting quarterback spot. But McDowell has shown since the very beginning of camp that this is his team.
Set, on. Go 11, 11, 11. Go line, line, line. Any 7, any 7, any 7. Line, line, line. Yeah. Coming right to you, Rick. Set. Hut.
Well, Zach's got a little bit, especially in the passing game, because we haven't changed much there. Zach's getting a little bit better in the run game here the last couple of days. We're putting a lot more on the quarterback with some checks and things, and I've been real pleased with all of them, including Cody Craig, with our checks and learning that here the last couple of days. So, but like Aaron was said, this is the most reps he's had in probably about 3.5 years. So he's getting back into the flow of it, knocking some rust off.
Left tight 79 on
Oh, left tight Rambo 79.
Left tight Rambo 79 on 1-on-1. Ready?
Hey, that's a little bit better.
A little better.
Consistent.
It's different, but Zach's an older guy, and he knows, what he know. He got the same mind as Coach Brown, so it's kind of he's helping us too. So he's kind of coaching us on the run. I think I've got to get the feel of what's going on a little bit better, then I can step up and be more vocal and tell everybody kind of, how to lead and what to do.
Atkins Fieldhouse has given Coastal one of the top football facilities in FCS football, but the Chanticleers are at the mercy of weather during the season. When rain falls, there has to be a plan B, and it's never an ideal situation.
Y'all ready for practice? We got to go in, though.
On day 4, Coastal elected to go inside Kimball Arena, one of the smallest Division I basketball arenas in America.
Set. Hut. Gotta go. Gotta go. Catch up. Catch up. Catch up. Don't jog. Don't jog. We need more than a jog. We need more than a jog. Let's go.
The practice came to a close with emotions, courtesy of defensive end Quentin Davis.
I ain't had to pass before the game since my 12th grade year in football. And most of all, Coach Gabe and Coach Drake, man, y'all brought something to this team we ain't never had before. And I just want to thank y'all for that, man, because I ain't never had this in my heart since my 12th grade year. And they're bringing us closer as a coaching staff and as a team together. And I just, you know what I'm saying, man, CeeLo, we had a little nasty attitude against each other the other day, and it's all good now. That's how we supposed to do as a family, man. I got tears in the side of me, but I ain't gonna let it come out because y'all my boys, man. I just want to thank y'all for that, man.
After starting 10 games as a redshirt freshman last year, Davis has garnered the reputation as one of the hardest hitters on the team. He'll look to show a different kind of emotion on Saturdays in the fall.
His great leverage is what makes it happen for him because, he is 235 pounds at most, and when he uses that leverage and get underneath the blockers like that, his size really doesn't matter. On day 5, it was a sunny day on the Grand Strand of South Carolina, but the CCU practice fields were still soaked, and they'd be destroyed by 90 pairs of football cleats. Rather than return to the basketball court, David Bennett called in a favor to Myrtle Beach High School. Doug Shaw Stadium is 20 minutes from campus and has a state-of-the-art turf field, a surface that CCU will play on in its first 2 games of 2010. Players had to scramble to get rides and work their way down to Myrtle Beach. Senior wide receiver Markel Willis gave Deshaun Davis and Dominique Davenport a lift.
This is like Hard Knocks, you know what I mean? You're on TV. We watched the Bengals last year on ESPN. All right, what is it? HBO? Yeah, ESPN. HBO. They got it good, man. Call that Hard Knocks. This is Hard Knocks right here. We're driving to Myrtle Beach. We go to practice out in Myrtle Beach. Practice in the rain. We practice in the gym. It doesn't matter to us. We get it in down here.
Like Willis, Davenport is a 5th-year senior, but no one in the CCU football program calls number 36 Dominique or Davenport. The safety is simply known as Rah-Rah.
All you Coastal fans, you can recall a guy named Perry Parks. He's a receiver. He's like the team clown. And basically, for all you people who don't know what Rah-Rah is, it came from Perry, but he got it from Dave Chappelle. If you watch Dave Chappelle's show, he's a comedian. He has a show, and he has this Asian guy. He's talking to this girl named Lala, and the whole joke behind it is, he's saying Rah-Rah instead of Lala. And that was the joke behind that. And one day Perry just came up to me and Brad, he's like, we're gonna call you Rah-Rah. Off the Dave Chappelle show. And it started, it was like a a wildfire. It started out, you know, with Perry and the receivers, and all of a sudden it started going with the defense, and the next thing you know, freshman year, and that was my nickname. Now it's almost becoming my name. You know, it's not even much of a nickname anymore.
Deshaun Davis starred at Mullins High School. The transfer from Newberry College has meshed with the CCU wide receivers and the rest of the team.
They showed me a lot of love. When I first got here, I was kind of a new guy. Nobody, they was kind of shy to talk to me. But once I got in, and once they saw me, run a couple routes and see how good my hands was, they really, they started respecting me, and they started giving me a name. They called me Polo. I wear a lot of polo, but they started giving me names, and everything started coming along.
The car ride is a lot like any talk during training camp. Everyone keeps talking about Coastal Carolina getting back to prominence. Willis is well aware of the criticism towards the CCU offense in 2009.
And I think this camp is a little bit more special than any other camp that we've had, just because we got the field house, we got all this, we got new coaches, we got all this new stuff coming in, and I think it's bringing everybody together a lot better. So hopefully we can put it together this year, man. Help the defense out. They did a good job last year, shutting people down. We just didn't put points up on the board. So we got to do our part too. So I think we'll be fine.
Perhaps the low point of last year was the Chanticleer's 21-17 loss at Towson. Wide receiver Akeem Wesley had the win in his hands, but dropped a perfect throw from McDowell. Wesley hasn't forgotten about it and is determined to give Coastal fans something else to remember him by.
And as the ball was coming, the only thing I was thinking about was, after the play, instead of focusing more on the catch. I was thinking about what I'm gonna do after the play and how a team gonna be excited and how I want the game for the team, instead of just taking it all in and making sure I focus on the ball and caught the ball. So, that all played into me training over the summer. That whole situation in that Towson game just motivated me more to come back stronger this year in the offseason.
It was a homecoming for freshman wide receiver Morgan Bird, who helped lead the Myrtle Beach Seahawks to the 3A state crown in 2008.
Trying to, learn the offense and trying to learn my position and everything. Just the players here have been real cool, just real inviting, and it's been pretty easy to kind of pick up everything, so it's been really good.
The only time the Chanticleers could practice at Doug Shaw was in the middle of the afternoon from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. The Myrtle Beach sports turf adds a good 15 degrees to an already high heat index. Trainer Jeff Pounds had an eagle eye making sure all of the athletes were safe.
We were getting up there a little bit, so we sped practice up, and it ended up being a good thing because they were efficient and quick. Guys, for the most part, they handle themselves very well preparing for practice, and that's usually what leads them to get through practice successfully without having too many issues.
Following every practice, Pounds and his staff have cold tubs ready for players to help rejuvenate their body.
Oh, hey, this cold right here.
You go out there, you have a hot practice, your legs get tired, you start sweating, and then the cold tub, it numbs you up, it makes your muscles feel a little better.
With 5 days of work complete, Sunday was a day of rest, but still plenty of activity. There are many who think that football is a religion. But for David Bennett, God has always come before football. Each Sunday during training camp, the Chanticleers will visit a different church throughout Horry County. Freshman Moon Edwards showed off his singing skills during service.
And I thank God, oh, and I thank God, oh, and I thank God, oh, yeah, for saving me.
I started singing when I was 13. I had an aunt that passed in 2006, and she really the one that discovered me. She wanted me to sing with her one day. She was sick, she was down, she had cancer or whatever. She wanted me to sing the song the preacher always sung, and when I sung it for her, it lifted her up. She was crying and stuff. She started calling everybody, my mom and my daddy, everybody, just let them know I can sing, and I just was blessed that she found my talent in me because I didn't know I had it.
Senior wide receiver Jonathan Morgan is one of a number of CCU players involved in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Morgan spoke to high school football players at Myrtle Beach High in July.
All right, well, if I'm going to go to Christ, I got to change myself. I got to be different.
I got to be in the church. I got to do this. Actually, you know what? He doesn't say, you got to change yourself. He says, I'm going to change you, actually.
For the past 4 years, the first Sunday of camp features a trip to Wild Water and Wheels in Surfside Beach. The water park has hosted a fundraiser for Collins Kids, Coach Bennett's charitable foundation. This year, Mark Lazarus donated $5,000 to help kids throughout Horry County. The Coastal players had a chance to unwind, but some kept the competitive juices flowing.
Last year, Tim got an unfair advantage. He weighed a lot more than everybody else.
You know it.
He weighed a lot more than everybody else, and he got down the slide a lot faster. So this year, we got a little weight on us, and we're going to come back, and we're going to see who can take the race right now.
In a photo finish, Brian Brooks has bragging rights among the offensive linemen, edging out Tim Franklin.
The winner of the 2010 Fast Slide at Wild Water and Wheels.
It's all right. It's okay. You got to hand over the crown sometime. It's a very good opportunity for us to show off our physique to the public and the rest of our team.
There won't be any more lounging around in the water. Full gear is coming on, and the Chanticleers are going to need a different kind of cool-off when tempers flare in battle.
On behalf of RBC Bank, we hope you're enjoying this episode of Camp Bennett. Bidding for the RBC Cup would like to take this time to thank our sponsors for raising over $28,000 for the Myrtle Beach Haven.
It's been a privilege to captain the USA team over the last 2 years in the RBC Cup against Team Canada. Join us again this March as we again take on our friendly Canadians in the RBC Cup. Proceeds go to the Myrtle Beach Haven.
Great view, great food, the coldest drinks, and great beach music. Bring your lawn chairs and party pants for the Coastline Band. Sunday the 22nd, 6 to 10. Gary Brown at 5. No cover charge. The Summer Concert Series at Creek Rats Merle's Inlet, sponsored by Crescent Bank.
This episode of Camp Bennett is being brought to you with limited commercial interruption by Creek Rats in Merle's Inlet. A special thanks to Creek Rats for being a sponsor of the David Bennett Show for the past 7 years. For the first time in camp, the players had full gear on, and they were antsy to get some serious contact. Everyone was putting their foot on the accelerator in their own special way.
Gosh, no. Nice, baby. Good job. Good work. They're not going to let you leap anymore. And you're not. Don't take our kicker out. Don't do it no more. Don't do it no more. Go, 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 go. That's how you're supposed to tackle with your face mask. Manager! Manager! I didn't even spur because they were busting his face mask off.
Board drills hits the offense against the defense in the first one-on-one battles in camp.
You ain't a dolphin. You ain't headbutting like that, son. Bring your hands up under that.
It used to be that Jamie Childers wore the red jersey at quarterback, meaning he was off limits to contact. But now, with Childers making the transition to tight end, he was fair game and proved that he's got no problem mixing it up. Emotions ran high and tipped over when Andrew Parsons and Rob Balkunis collided. Later in practice, B.J. Jenkins slipped and knocked down Zach McDowell, sparking another altercation.
No, don't push that man. Let me push you, Coach. Calm down. You know I don't need to push you. Hold on, time out, Coach. You know I don't need to push you. Coach, you know I don't mean to push you, though. Time out, no, you ain't gonna do that to me. No, big guy, you know I don't push no Coach. Shut up. No, big guy. No, don't do that. No, get off of me, man. Fuck you. Golfers can kind of go on a little bit in the spring, you understand? But now it's time to get down to business. I thought we'd cleaned all the drama, soap opera bull crap up in the spring. Evidently not.
But there was no soap opera, as the players quickly squashed any grudges and made up.
I know you didn't mean it.
Hey, man, that's coming a little calmer, man.
Nah, I was running in there. Nah, but I was just trying to let you know, man.
I got you, man.
I didn't know what happened, man, but that's my fault, though, man.
You good.
Seth was just trying to get to BJ, and I'd already gotten to BJ, and he had hit me in the back, and I just turned around, and Seth's a big guy, so I had to protect myself and get my hands on him, and I just told him, hey, you don't push me in the back. And Seth's a pretty emotional guy, and again, that's what makes him so good. And he just he didn't like me coming back at him like that, I think. So, but we're good, we're family. So Seth's been here a long time, and he's just an emotional guy.
At the end of the day, we're all one team, and we're all trying to strive for the same goal. So, you know, at the end of the day, out here in the locker room, I'm going if I get into an altercation with somebody, I'm gonna walk up to them and let them know, you know, everything's all good. You know, so tomorrow we can come back out here and battle again.
If stuff happens, I mean, we brothers out here. Like you said, he was just coming up to talk to me. And I mean, we squash it after practice. We talk to it, but move on to the next practice and get ready.
It would be wise to save any energy because two-a-days are coming up next. This episode of Camp Bennett is brought to you with limited commercial interruption from C.L. Benton & Sons and Osprey Marina. The Benton family hopes you enjoy the 2010 season at James C. Benton Field at Brooks Stadium. Thanks to the Benton family for supporting the Coastal Carolina football program.
All right, good morning, Coastal fans. Just want to let you know, I know you see the darkness out here, but it's actually about 5:50 in the morning right now, and it's you know, bright and early. It's, you know, we had the early morning for us, but you know, we're out here ready to get a good practice in, get some good work, you know, start getting ready for the season, and you know, we have another practice tonight, so we got a lot of work ahead of us, but we're ready to go.
With the sun coming up, the Chanticleers already have 75 minutes of work in and are ready for a whole lot more. The CCU coaching staff spends a good part of their day breaking down film and working with their players to improve through film study. Video coordinator Louis Francois mixes some old school with new school technology to get every play broken down by the time the coaches get off the field. There was one play that stood out in the morning film. Freshman running back Aaron Jones delivered a huge stiff arm and a great run. At 6 foot 235 pounds, the Greensboro native drew praise from running backs coach Keith James in the breakdown.
We have a 79 call. Good job. We're going to stay down, run down the line, trying to get out to the perimeter. Good steps. Good re-step up, run through the tackle, the D-tackle, stiff arm. Had a man-sized stiff arm right there.
Actually, the run kind of, I think, set the tone, you know. With that run, it kind of gave me confidence. You know, I saw the teammates, you know, pumped up and ran over to me. You know, it just happened. You know, it happened so fast. I just reacted, and you know, it's one thing led to another, and I guess I need more runs like that, in order to get to where I want to be.
Between treatments and meetings, players were grabbing naps anyway and anywhere they can. Chris Floyd knew it was going to be a long day and brought his sleeping bag to the locker room. Following a film session, the Chanticleers had a new weapon to get ready for the season. Sports psychologist Brian Kane came to campus to spend 2+ days with the CCU football team and delivered a strong message about the mental side of the game.
One step at a time, one play at a time, one game at a time. Present moment, teammates are there to support you. They're going to let you do your thing, and they're going to be there to support you should something happen. Head back, inhale completely, put it in close. Close, close, close. Close. I want you to see what you want underneath there. I want you to power right through that because what you want is underneath, Zach. What up, Zach? Okay. Hands there. Go get it, Zach. You got to get through it. Yeah!
Just one day earlier, Rob Balkunis and Andrew Parsons were mixing it up in a scuffle. On this day, they needed to show the ultimate trust to bend a 3/8-inch rebar.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go, 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 go! Grab it, yeah! Yeah!
Oh, it was phenomenal. I mean, that guy, an hour and a half with him was like a full year's work with the psychologist, really. The things he was saying were phenomenal.
Following an inspired 90 minutes, Coastal went back out and put in 2 more hours of practice. The day started at 5 a.m. and ended after 10 p.m. Even after a 17-hour day, enthusiasm was still at a premium.
Good night. See you in the AM.
When Brian Kane worked with Gary Gilmore's Chanticleer baseball program, they won 55 games and were just short of a College World Series berth. What effect will he have on CCU football? Stay tuned. Camp Bennett is brought to you with limited commercial interruption by HTC, proud sponsors of the David Bennett Show for the past 7 years.
What's all this?
Sammy challenged Gil to a race.
If you want to call it that. Ha!
Does Gil know?
Know what? Uh-oh.
Sammy's been supercharged.
Supercharge your internet with HTC Net Racer with up to 8 megabits per second downloads for only $28.95 per month for the first 6 months.
Okay, Sammy. Let's see what you got.
Great view, great food, the coldest drinks, and great beach music. Bring your lawn chairs and party pants for the Coastline Band. Sunday the 22nd, 6 to 10. Gary Brown at 5. No cover charge. The Summer Concert Series at Creek Rats Merle's Inlet. Sponsored by Crescent Bank.
Camp Bennett, all access at CCU Training Camp, is brought to you with limited commercial interruption from the Britton Law Firm. A special thanks to Tommy Britton and his partners, Mary Madison Britton Langway, Preston Britton, and Case Britton for their support of Coastal Carolina football.
Here's coming up next week on Camp Bennett. We're going to learn how to run on and off the field. You understand? Oh, that's a pick.
We're going to have great energy all year. We got to bring Coastal back to where it was, man. We got to be even better.
Hey, how about you be a snapper? I'll be, I'll be cornerback. We'll switch this for like a day. See how we like it.
I'll give you 24, but I got on 7 today, and you give me 65.
Well, how about this? I'll go cornerback, but you got to give me them 11 interceptions you got last year.
Sweet.
Nice.
Hey, boy, if you was a linebacker, ooh, dang. Hard work pays off, man. Hard work pays off. Stay in school, say no to drugs, baby. No to drugs.
Woo! I love this race. I love doing this. Boy drills one-on-one. 2 people getting at it. Ain't nothing better than football.
Okay.
This has been a presentation of WPDE Sports. For more local sports, log on to CarolinaLive.com.